What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi. Welcome to another video. Today, we're going over this article that I found. 20 characters in Star Wars EU, way cooler than Han Solo. Yeah, we're just going to read this and see if we agree. So, 20 characters in the EU, way cooler than Han Solo. When Return of the Jedi bowed in 1983, it seemed like it was the end of the Star Wars saga. That would have been a real shame, since it would have meant audiences would have never met some of the best Star Wars characters ever created. Thanks to Timothy Zahn's 1991 novel, Heir to the Empire, which kicked off an expanded universe of books, comics, and games, fans now have quite the list of cool Star Wars EU characters. Delve into this lore and you'll discover Jedi heroes such as Kyle Katarn and fearsome Sith like Darth Malak. In 2012, Disney acquired Lucasfilm and announced that a whole new trilogy of films and a series of standalone films would go into production. But, in order to do this, Disney had to pretty much wipe this expanded universe slate clean. The old books, audiobooks, comics, and games were relegated to the Legends timeline, which consists of stories that are no longer in continuity. Everything Disney has released since then is considered the canon expanded universe. I don't know if they call it expanded universe for Disney canon, but whatever. But whether they're in the old non-canon timeline or the new one, there are plenty of great characters that make... Oh, are you going to put Disney characters in here? Many of them are even as good or better than characters in the movies. These Star Wars characters most fans don't know might give a fan favorite like Han Solo a run for his money. It's weird that you pick Han Solo. That must be this person that wrote this article's favorite character from the movies. First up, we have Revan. I mean, yeah, Revan's a pretty cool character if you play the game and all that. I would say you have more time to sit with Revan than a movie. The 3 movies with Han Solo, they only have so much time with Han Solo because they have other characters, but Knights of the Old Republic had Revan's the player character. Revan is the star of KOTOR, which many fans consider to be one of the greatest stories ever told in the galaxy far, far away. This faceless Jedi was once a great leader during the Mandalorian Wars, yes, beyond the edges of the known galaxy, returning as a Sith. His reign of terror ended when a group of Jedi managed to defeat him and wipe his memory. Revan is a captivating character despite the fact that we never hear him speak. That's true. His redemption and return to the light side still pulls at the heartstrings to this day. So the difference between Revan and Han Solo is this is a playable character in an RPG Star Wars game. And then Han Solo, he's playable in some video games, but you have choices that you can make with Revan. You can tailor your Revan to however you want. So that's going to increase attachment to Revan. So Revan has an advantage in that aspect. Who's next? Darth Nihilus. Okay, so we're picking... is this going to just be mostly a list of Sith users? I think that's not fair. Saying, oh, well, all the Force users are cooler than Han Solo. So we got this guy from KOTOR 2. Darth Nihilus is one of the most terrifying Sith Lords to ever live. Constantly hungered for Force energy. In fact, Nihilus could absorb the energy of whole planets and leave them devoid of life. In KOTOR 2, this monster is the embodiment of the ultimate evil. And that makes him cooler than Han Solo. Well, I haven't played KOTOR 2, so I can't speak to how cool Nihilus is, except just by his look. I think he's, in terms of appearance, I think he's the most iconic Sith Lord from KOTOR 2. Ahsoka? Ooh, why? There are a few animated Star Wars characters who are more beloved than Ahsoka, who was introduced as Anakin's Padawan in the Clone Wars. This Togruta Force user left the Jedi Order before its eradication and continued to fight the Empire alongside the Rebellion many years later. Even after witnessing so much death and destruction, Ahsoka has always had a good... Why is it Ahsoka's better than Han Solo? Yeah, you're pulling from Disney canon in this. This one I wholeheartedly disagree. Han Solo is a better character. And if you read the EU, Han Solo gets expanded and we get Han Solo stories in the EU. Mara Jade. Is this just a list of Force users? Wow. You ask any fan of old Star Wars EU who their favorite non-movie character is, and you're more than likely to hear the name Mara Jade. Oh, really? So you just randomly ask people, and they're more than likely going to say Mara Jade? I actually don't think so. There are so many great characters in the EU that Mara might be that they mention, but they're probably going to mention multiple. This Force user began her life in service to the Emperor, who used her as an enforcer and assassin. After her master died, Mara Jade decided to leave. Okay, a non-Force user, Thrawn. Thrawn has the distinct honor of being the first major villain introduced after the death of the Emperor. In Return of the Jedi, Thrawn is a brilliant strategist. While he first appeared near the Empire, Thrawn was brought back into Rebels. But Thrawn from Rebels is a pale comparison to EU Thrawn because, well, he's not in a kids show where the good guys have to win in the books. The bad guys can win in the book. Since you're using the picture of Disney Thrawn, I'm going to say Han Solo is better than Disney Thrawn, so there you go. Galen Merrick, Starkiller. Okay, right back to Force users. Again, video game character, you just go crazy with Force attacks and lightning and all sorts of stuff in the game. Of course, he's going to rank higher because, ooh, he's cool to play. Galen Merrick was so powerful in the Force that he managed to disarm Vader as a child during an Imperial attack on the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk. Vader was impressed and decided to take him and train him as blah blah blah. Yeah, interesting. Another video game character, Force user, Darth Malak. Really? That's a weird one. Because in my opinion, Darth Malak is cool, but you don't learn a ton about Darth Malak in the game. I assume you're just pulling from KOTOR. Malak was a Jedi, blah blah. But KOTOR spread fire and death. Yeah, one of the most memorable villains. Does he really? I feel like the Revan storyline is the most memorable thing from KOTOR. Yeah, like this is basically just Force users, isn't it? Again, another video. How many KOTOR characters are on this list? Let's just... Jaina Solo, another Force user. In case you haven't guessed already, Jaina was the daughter of Han and Leia in the old continuity. And, like her parents, she was a great hero, both as a member of the Jedi and Rogue Squadron. Jaina saved the galaxy, blah blah blah. So she's cooler than Han Solo. Yeah, well, I think this person is biased, obviously. Another Force user, Asajj Ventress. There aren't many Star Wars characters as cool as Asajj Ventress. Aligned yourself with Dooku in the Clone Wars before being betrayed. Yeah, so you're just pulling from TCW. Asajj is one of the most badass female characters in Star Wars, every bit as tough as Leia. Added bonus that she can decapitate you with a lightsaber. So could Leia, technically. Okay, you're not even going to pull from the EU. Asajj Ventress, that's interesting. Jacen. So is Anakin going to be on here? Although Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, is now the canon offspring of Han and Leia. Fans know Jacen as the first heroic, blah, 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 yeah. Okay. Kyle Katarn. I like Kyle Katarn. Would I put him over Han Solo? I don't know. That's a hard decision. I like them both. It's a shame that Kyle Katarn is no longer in continuity because he's one of the best characters and stuff. He's one of the best? Wow. I like Kyle, but I don't know if I would say he's one of the best characters in the entirety of Star Wars. Unless you're talking a list of like 100 characters and he's on that list. I agree with that. More KOTOR 2 stuff. Surprise, surprise. This person is really biased. Kanan Jarrus. Kanan Jarrus. You put Kanan Jarrus over Han Solo. I don't hate Kanan, but he's not a super cool character. Hera? What? Hera was one of the rebellion's key operatives who fought to free the galaxy in Rebels. She's a true leader who always fights for the cause no matter how all the odds stacked against her. Hera is also an amazing pilot who could definitely present Han Solo. I think that's a weird choice. I don't think that's a good choice. Corran Horn. And this person is biased. A bunch of Jedi characters and Sith characters are better than Han Solo. If you're a big fan of the Jedi and Sith, yeah. While Corran Horn began his adventure as a member of Rogue Squadron, he later joined the Jedi in iJedi. Yep, Corran became a powerful Jedi. Yeah, I like Corran Horn. Great. Galaxy's most important heroes until he was unfortunately wiped from continuity. BT-1. Oh, these stupid droids from that dumb Dr. Aphra garbage. These are better than Han Solo? They're not funny. Move over, 3PO and R2. These psychopathic droids are here and they're here to torture organics. A mass murdering version of Protocol Astromech droid duo was one of the most entertaining. Yeah, whatever. Is that it? No. What? Are you serious? Dr. Aphra? This lady is freaking annoying. While Marvel's first Darth Vader ongoing series introduced many awesome new individuals in the galaxy, none are as cool as the scummy archaeologist turned thief and mercenary Shelley Lona Aphra. At first devoted to Vader's plan to blah blah blah, Vader should have killed this lady, even defying the Dark Lord in order to survive. Ugh, stupid. No. This character is annoying and not better than Han Solo. Prince Xizor? Oh, okay. Cunning leader of the Black Sun criminal organization from Shadows of the Empire. You don't get a lot about Xizor in the EU. That's weird that you would put Xizor over Han Solo, because you get way more Han Solo. Yeah, I would say just if you take Han Solo from the original trilogy, that's all we knew about Han Solo. That's more information than what we get on Prince Xizor. Who's the last person? Ray Sloan. Another Disney canon lady. Some admiral or whatever. Well, this list is dumb. But then again, I don't think that surprises anybody. Well, let me know what you thought of this dumb article in the comments down below. I'll link this article if you want to browse it yourself, if you care to go and look at it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And until next time, thanks for watching.